Hey y'all, Joe here from Southern Coastal Cooking. I want to thank all y'all for hanging around and watching my videos. I know I hadn't had any videos out in just a little bit, but I'm getting going again here, y'all, getting geared up for the big 4th of July and all. What I wanted to show you today, I'm going to be making like a meatloaf tonight, maybe some cornbread, maybe some brownies or something, but I picked up something pretty cool. I've always thought about, when I make my cornbread and meatloafs and stuff like that, you get stuff that's sticking to the pan. I found these really cool silicone pans. Look, they're silicone here and they're metal on top. And I thought this would be really cool. This is something like this I can make a meatloaf in. This would be good for maybe brownies or something like that. And here's one I'm gonna make some cornbread in. So I want to give that a try. One thing I'm gonna be doing in this video, but like I said, we'll make up a good meatloaf, cornbread, some just box brownies. But anyway, y'all stick with me here. We're gonna have a good time. I'll start with a meatloaf. I've got about 4 pounds of ground meat. 3 pounds of it is some 80/20 ground chuck, and then I've got 1 pound of leaner ground sirloin here. So that's what we're going to use as far as the good meats go. Now, seasoning wise, I'm going to show you. Let me bring you in here. Here's what I've got. I've got 2 tablespoons of freeze-dried onion. Okay, I've got a tablespoon of my favorite Cajun seasoning, Bezels. Okay, I've got a tablespoon of garlic powder. I've got a teaspoon of, what is this, dried parsley, a teaspoon of good mustard powder, and a teaspoon of paprika. So we'll put all that dry seasoning over here into meat, right? Also, I've got some wet seasoning. This is 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire with about 3 tablespoons of ketchup. And in there, right? All right, we'll go with that. We're also going to add 1 large egg to the mix and some breadcrumbs. I'll show you how much I'm going to use. I'm just kind of play this by eye. That's about a 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs, all right? All right, so I got everything all mixed up here. And then we're going to pack it here into the silicone bacon, loaf pan, whatever you want to call it. And we'll get all that in there, and it's going to make a wonderful meatloaf. Now I like how this pan's bendable. You can push everything right into the right little crevices and just really get it in there tightly. So we'll go ahead and do all this, and y'all, I'll be back to you in just a few minutes. Alright, so we got it packed down here in the loaf pan. Also, I had a little extra. Let me show you. Meatloaf Burgers. Those are great for handing out to the neighbors. So I'm going to let this stuff chill for a little bit in the refrigerator while we get everything else ready. Y'all just mixed up a good batch of the old Martha White cornbread mix. We're going to put this right here in the silicone. We may have to do a double batch for this. I think I will. But, yeah, this is a good mix here. Spread that out there on the bottom. Yep, I'm going to make another batch, double batch. I'm going to put another batch in there. Good stuff, though. Oh, yeah. I also got my cornbread mix in this one here. We're just going to let this hang out for a while we put the meatloaf on the Yoder. So right here on the Yoder Lumberjack beach pellets in here locked in at about 225. We're going to put everything on. I'm going to put the burgers, let's see, right along, probably through here, like that. Because I want these burgers just trying to slow cook. Like I said, these would be good. These basically meatloaf burgers that hang out to the neighbors later. We're going to put this meatloaf right here, guys. And that's going to be about it right there. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to shut her down, check her back in an hour or so. Hey guys, while the meatloaf and meatloaf burgers are out on the Yoder, something to contemplate now is a sauce. You got to have a good meatloaf sauce. So what I've got here is a small skillet. I've got about 2 cups or so of ketchup in here. You just kind of eyeball it. It's not a big deal. I'm going to take some of this powdered mustard, and we're going to take it and probably put about a teaspoon of that in here. And I'll show you. 1, maybe 2, okay? Because that powdered mustard is good stuff. Right there. Now, Got the powdered mustard in there. We're going to start thinking about a little bit of spice. So I'm going to get some Beezels. Where does it go? I'm going to take about a teaspoon of Beezels and put that in there. There we go. That'll be good. And then some sweetness. This is my homemade pork rub that I make. Okay, it's mostly brown sugar, like any rub. So I'm going to put a few tablespoons of this. About, let's see, 2 big heaping tablespoons, about 2.5 tablespoons of that good stuff there. It's a good sweet rub. Then I'm going to take some apple cider vinegar. Try and get that open. And we'll add a few tablespoons of it. This doesn't have to be exact, but this is important to get tanginess. So that's 3 tablespoons of that. Then we got some Lee and Perry and Worcestershire sauce. Whatever. And you definitely want you about about 3 tablespoons of it. Alright. Now we're going to simmer this on low heat over the stove and just let this simmer down now. And that's what you want to do. Let that just simmer. Just for color and a little bit of lagniappe, I'm going to put a little bit of this browning kitchen bouquet in there. I think that'll be good. Maybe a capful or so. This stuff really, this adds a little bit of kick to your gravies and stuff like that. This is good stuff. Alright, y'all, we've been out here cooking for about an hour now, and we're about 130 in the burgers, about 100 degrees or so in the meatloaf. So I'm gonna go ahead and crank my heat to 350. So I got the sauce over there just hanging out, and we'll let this stuff get to really cooking. Alright, y'all, so let's give them a check. We've gone up to 350. Oh yeah, everything's burbling, looking good. We'll go ahead and take some temp here for the burgers. About 150, 162, 164. So that's good. We're good on these burgers. I'm gonna go ahead and sauce these bad boys. And we're about to get them off the burgers and let the loaf stay just a little bit longer. Alright. The little burgers, they look good right there. We'll put a little sauce on. Alright, y'all, so what I've done, I've went ahead and basted the burgers with the sauce. And I'm about to pull those out of here. Also, I'm going to take this loaf and I'm going to dump it out of that pan. Silicones break loose so easy. And we are going to just let it cook on the grate for a minute just to get crisp up around the outsides. Alright, y'all, here's what we're going to do. See all the oil and everything like that? I mean, this is broken away from the sides. I want to drain all that off. And over here in the sink, basically. And we're going to put it over here on this pan right there with the grate. Alright, so first off what I'm going to do, go over here to my sink. I'm going to drain most of this oil off of here. You know, all that grease and oil and everything like that. And we'll come over here and see, we'll flip this bad boy around. Just like that. See that loaf? Perfect little loaf. A little beauty right there. I'm going to take some of that basting sauce now, y'all. And look, it come right out of the pan. Look at how well that worked. I'm going to take this basting sauce and we're going to baste this bad boy up. And just going to create that good glaze on there. So there we go. We're going to put that back on the smoker. So I'm going to put this back on the smoker here and let that just cook in. Now I'm going to put this cornbread here in the oven for about 20 minutes. So we're almost ready here. Look at this gorgeous cornbread. Look at the crust on there. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Look at this other stuff we got going over here. So what else we got going? Got some mashed potatoes there. We got some beans. I've got some of that sauce back there. And I'm about to go get the, put the brownies on, and we'll go get the meatloaf off the Yoder. Y'all, let's see how easy this cornbread pops up out of the silicone pan. Look at that. I mean, just effortlessly. I mean, we never do this with a cast iron. That's great. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to slice a little piece here. Let me try to find me I had a decent knife at one point. I guess this is, okay, so we'll cut this little piece here. Then we'll just pop it right out. Look at that. As simple as can be right there. That's the way to do the cornbread. Boom, just like that. That's awesome. This butter, this is actually Amish made butter. This is some great stuff. It's like 84% butter fat. America's oldest family owned butter, dairy. I mean, this is some real stuff. So we're gonna be putting this on the cornbread. We'll make us a plate here. I'm gonna put this, one of the burger shaped pieces of the meatloaf on here. Also put shellac with some of this good sauce here. Should be delicious, y'all. So there we go. Perfect little Sunday meal there. Yeah. So look, it made the brownies well too. Nothing sticking. Awesome. Yeah, I like this silicone pan. So anyway, y'all, the meatloaf turned out great. Brownies, all that. Glad I got some little silicone deals, and yeah, I'll try to put a link in the description box where you can get them anyway, and all this other stuff. Thanks y'all for watching. God bless y'all. Have a good day.